everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. I'm joined by a puppy, although you can kind of only barely see him. I'm having a little trouble with my lights. I restarted him a few times. I'm going to try to do the software. Otherwise, we're having a very mood-lit stream. What are the lights? What is the light software called? It's this one, isn't it? With the little... Maybe it's just not running. No, it's on. Maybe he's confused. That's okay. Morning. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? How's the patch so far? I didn't log on yesterday, so I have a vault to pick up, and I have all kinds of new stuff to play around with. Jaspo, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for picking me. What's up, Moosey Bear? How you doing? Is it because it's still so dark in here? Here, let me boot up the game and we can make that full screen, and then it can just be me in the dark. Hi. What is it, baby boy? If you're hungry, you should go have some food. I know where your food is, and I know you know where your food is. I set up. I have it like an. Oh, there he goes. He's gonna lay down. I have an auto feeder that I used to use years ago, and I moved with it, and I've had it set up, and I've had it not set up, and I've kind of taken it up and taken it down. Primarily for Kira, but anyways, it's been stored for a couple of years. And I was laying in bed the other day and I was like, why is it sitting in my closet? It works. I have two animals, one of them can eat out of it, and that way they can get fed on a schedule that's more reliable than me. So I set it up for him, I cleaned it up, I got it all plugged back in and reconfigured and everything, but he doesn't quite know what to do with it. He can see that it's his food, but he's a little bit unnerved by the robot aspect of it. So he did eat a little bit, but he's mildly hunger striking, and I'm hoping he just kind of figures it out and realizes that he's allowed to eat out of it. Let's log in here. We can take a look at Vault. I'm gonna try one more thing I'm gonna try messing around a little bit more. I wonder why. I'm gonna mess with my lights just a tiny bit more. Otherwise, we're really because you guys can barely see me. I'm just gonna reset him. Might be a little blinky blink. I wonder why that happened. That's one. And then let's try this one. I don't know how well you can hear me. I'm behind the mic, and you're not supposed to be able to hear me from back here. Oh, Moose wants to know what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. There's that one. Turn that on and off again. Jixie. Good morning. I like that it's just a suggestion of a pup cam. Oh, we got one of them on. Although, it's not connected, but it's on at least. Oh, buddy. What are you doing? Hey, well, you want some butt scratchers? It's right here. But they just put out a new Wowcast about the next patch or some sort of new content coming. Haha! 11.2 announced right now. Oh, that's good. I figured that was coming at some point. Hello, Mr. Boost in the Dark. Should I watch it? I feel like I should watch it. I'm like 5% crabby about it because I haven't. Here, let me at least get my vault. Let me get my vault. I haven't logged on since patch, so I haven't even done any of the 11.17 stuff. If they could just give me a minute. I know they gave me all of yesterday, but let's technicalities. Hazelin chat. Hello, Seven Saga. How you doing? That's so weird that one of them's on and one of them's not, and neither of them are connected. I'm gonna have to mess with that later. Now's not really a great time. I'm gonna open my vault as Shadow. I think that's fine. I should have 3 options. We're hoping for a myth item in a slot that we can use it in. So we've got bracers with leech, boots without leech, and then there's a belt which is dead in the water because we're gonna get our disc belt today. So it's hard. I think maybe boots. I have better secondaries than my current bracers in these, even though the bracers do come with leech, which is nice. Lucy, hey, cut that out. That's yucky. eating cat litter off the floor. Hey, hey, leave it. Leave it. Buster? What do you think you're doing? Yeah. That's right. He's gonna wander off all emo now, buddy. It's not food. You have food, it's kibble, it's in your bowl. I know, it's got a scary robot on it right now. I really dislike how they don't give us time to enjoy what we have, continually talk about the next big thing. Yeah, it's a little fast for me too. I'm sure they have reasons. I don't think a company this size does anything without having data-driven decisions about engagement and whatever. I'm sure there's reasons. It's a bit much for me, but I'll take a look. Kitty, do you want to come up? Come sit. I met a cat when I was fishing over my weekend that was just like trotting around saying hi to people. And it must have lived in one of the rich houses that were on the waterfront near the fishing spot because it was like a fancy looking cat. Kitty, do you want to come up or not? What's up, Buttercup? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. It's right there. That's the stuff. Watch your dome. There you go. There you go. Okie dokie. Alright, moose left so we can turn this off. I'm going to take the boots, I think, even though it's not as good tertiary-wise, it will be nice secondary-wise, although haste versa. Haste is actually better for me for Shadow Priest. They're both strong versa lower haste. Haste is pretty good for me for Shadow Priest. Versa is not awful. Maybe I'll take the I mean, Leech is nice. I don't know. See what the kata option is? Yeah, it's true. Maybe it'll catalyze to something better. I'll take the bracers. We'll do that. I don't have a socket on my current bracers, so if I've been sitting on any tokens, and I have 10 tokens of merit, I can also get them a socket. So I think I'll just do that right now. Socket adding device that will tack a socket onto bracers, so we'll do that. I can buy another one, I'm pretty sure. No, not quite. Where's my sad? There's my sad. Nope, nope, don't upgrade those ones. Those are my old ones. I've done that before. Check the catalyst first? Oh, calm down. It's fine. I decided I wanted the leech. I figure I'm fine with them if they don't catalyze better, but if they do, that's a nice bonus. Alright, I'm tired today. I'm going to use the socket device on these guys. There we go. First day felt like so much to do. I have, I want to try Overcharged Delves. There's lore walking. There's the current week of Dastardly Duos still that I haven't done. There's also Stormwind's back for Horrific Visions. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Let's take a look at the catalyst. Oh, thanks, guys. Kitty Rotten gave out a gift sub. I really appreciate it. Okay. What do they catalyze into? I feel like they're haste versa. So it's the same thing, but they flip to strong stat haste, which I do want, and I do have charges. So we'll do that. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Here we go. And then I should put a enchant and a gem in it before I forget. Oh, I might want different gems, honestly, because I'm sort of setting up a little bit. I'm converting a tiny bit for Shadow Priest now, because we're done 3k for healing keys for the season. We're certainly done with raid, but I'm still DPSing keys to try to get triple threat. So anything that helps me be a better Shadow Priest is good. Should I worry about it? Yes, I should. Hang on. Shadow Priest. Gear Wowhead. They have a list of what I'm looking for here. So we go to the consumables. I'm going to need an enchant for bracers. They want armored leech. Let's do that. 1,500 gold. I'm also an enchanter, but don't worry about it. And then for gems, they're saying I want a Masterful Emerald, which is Haste Mastery. I'm happy with that. Let's do that. Masterful Emerald. Wow. And then we can also, I'm sure, slam some upgrades onto it. Item level upgrades. Don't be dumb like me. The quest is put down your banner. It's a toy. I was looking all over for a dumb banner. Oh. There's a toy. What for what? What are you talking about? I'm sure it'll become apparent to me shortly, but Emerald. There we go. Weekly dues. Weekly dues. Weekly dues. Dios. Duos? Dastardly duos? Dios mío? You're fine. You're totally fine. I think I'm caught up with what you're looking for. I think I'm there.
Inquiring minds just
got to know. There we go.
Go ahead and pack
So
the
I'm happy with
supplies.
that. I'm gonna
See you
disenchant
down
my
below.
old bracers so I don't accidentally stick them back on. I had speed on the last one, so that's funny. And then we're gonna maybe pop in here. I wonder if this is this a banner toy that I have? You'd assume so. It's probably something that I got from last time.
There is much to be
Can I
done.
do upgrades? Yeah. Let's just send it. Just crank it right to 8 of 8. There we go. Love that.
Good health to you.
Okay. Let's see. I want to do a lot of things, but let me find this Wowcast. How much movie time are we talking here today? I might go back to sleep. Oh, is Wowhead down or is that just my browser? Wowhead.com took too long to respond. Okay. Well, forget Wowhead. Let's try YouTube. Yeah, I wonder if announcing 11.2 made Wowhead crash. Actually, let's go to worldofwarcraft.com. That's a good place to start. Let's do their news. Wowcast, here we go. Immerse yourselves in the ghosts of Caresh content update. Join Bethany Hudson with lead quest designer, Steph Yoon, lead designer, as they discuss the content update. All new zone, continue journey, etc., etc. Watch on YouTube, please. There's gonna be ads. No ads. Okay. 12 minutes. We can watch a 12-minute video. We can do that. Okay. Put it on the screen. Turn subtitles off? Question mark? I wonder if they've added them or if they're automatic. No spoilers to chat. Oh, okay. I thought you meant me. I'm like, but we're gonna watch it. It's gonna have the spoilers. Okay. Alright. What is it? Nether storm? Hello? This looks like another storm.
Hello everyone and welcome
Hey.
to Wowcast. Today we're going to talk about the next major content update, Ghosts of Caresh. To help us uncover what's in store, I'm joined by 2 developers who helped bring Caresh to life. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Drew D'Souza, and I'm a lead
Hey.
encounter designer.
I'm Steph Yoon. I'm an associate lead quest designer.
Utilize a
Sorry, I misclicked.
About the next
Sorry.
major content update,
I'm
Ghosts
backing
of
away.
Caresh. To help us uncover what's in store, I'm joined by 2 developers who helped bring Caresh to life. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Drew D'Souza, and I'm a lead encounter designer.
I'm Steph Yoon. I'm an associate lead quest designer, and I was also the point on this content.
First things first, what is Caresh and why now?
So Caresh isn't a new term to us. You know, way back in Burning Crusade, we first heard about them when we met the Ethereals in Netherstorm. And you know, they told us tales of Caresh, a beautiful arid home world for the Ethereals, until Dementoto the All-Devouring came and consumed their world soul. So we helped the Ethereals get revenge in Netherstorm, and we thought the matter was finished. And for the first time here in Ghosts of Caresh, we'll be stepping foot on what's remaining of that planet, this shattered, void-touched land, because we've heard that evil forces are trying to resurrect Dementoto the All-Devouring, and if that happens, the Ethereals are toast, and then Azeroth will be next.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good for us. So, who's going to help us try to stop Dementoto?
You know, with a threat like this, it's all hands on deck. Within the last major content update, Illyria sort of took a step back and undermined, but she'll be here front and center with her old mentor, Locust Walker, as he brings us to his old home planet. And the eager players among us will have already gone through the content in Legacy of Aerthor, where there is a feature called Lore Walking, which gives hints to sort of the content that's coming up here in Ghosts of Caresh. In there, we learned that Venari and the brokers are interested in helping. Not only that, they've brought their entire city, Tazavesh, the Veiled Market, from the Shadowlands and placed it here right in Caresh. So we'll be able to use that as a home base. We're going to gather as much help as we can so that we can face Dementoto in the raid Manaforge Omega.
I'm excited to see Venari. I know a lot of other people are too. You mentioned the raid. Can you tell us more about that, Drew?
Absolutely, there's a lot to talk about. So our raid in Ghosts of Caresh is Manaforge Omega. It's a giant facility that's been built up on the planet to harvest cosmic energy. We're going to be fighting our way in and through it to take on Shadowguard's Ethereals, who are trying to revive Dementoto. While we're in there, we'll face down with an army of Ethereals still being wrapped, the creature they're harvesting silk from, and even a mysterious council of demon hunters that have found their way onto Caresh. Oh, and of course, it's going to end with a cosmic level battle with Dementoto, who is the biggest raid boss we've ever made.
How big are we talking?
Like City of Stormwind sized?
What?
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of boss mechanics in the raid?
One that I think is really cool is actually our intro. Like I mentioned, this is a giant mana intake facility, and we're actually going to come in through the pipe where they've taken the mana. We're actually going to utilize a artifact cloak we're introducing in Ghosts of Caresh, the Reshi Wraps, to turn ourselves into energy and trick the filtration system. So our first boss encounter is against a warden that's overlooking these pipes, and we're going to need to go in and out of energy forms to survive.
I'm excited for my druid to have another artifact.
Cool.
So let's break down Reshi Wraps. What's the fantasy behind them?
We wanted to give the players an upgradable artifact that had a visible component for transmogs, of course, because that's the true endgame of WoW, but didn't interfere with any tier sets. So the Reshi Wraps are an artifact cloak that helps us turn our bodies from corporeal into an energy form. You know, a very powerful person within the campaign helps us gather these ethereal artifacts and coalesces them into the Reshi Wraps. And it turns our bodies into energy form and basically allows us to see the world through the ethereal's eyes. With this, we'll be able to interface with an outdoor activity called phase diving, which allows us to enter untethered space, which is an entirely different way to look at Caresh. It's an overlay that introduces new creatures, new objectives, new world quests, you know, new mechanics. And the cool thing about the Reshi Wraps, it sort of interfaces with so much content across Ghosts of Caresh. You can use it in the open world, you can use it in the dungeon, you can use it in the raid, and in Delves as well.
Seeing the world in the eyes of Ethereal sounds really, really cool. You mentioned Delves. What is the new delve coming to Ghosts of Caresh?
So we have a new delve coming in Ghosts of Caresh, and this is called the Archival Assault. It takes place in the Azure Vaults and Dragon Isles. You might be familiar with that place, but this time it's chock full of Ethereals, Ethereal pirates, some brokers, and they're plundering the place, and we're going to put a stop to that with our buddy Bran. You'll be able to take advantage of your Reshi Wrap to unlock unique challenge gateways. They might have boss rushes or unique challenge rooms and need the cloak to access them. Additionally, we're doing a little bit of a social feature in here where you'll be able to see your friend's presence. They might be able to leave you messages. You see their ghost running around where they died, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
So I can make fun of my friend dying
Yep,
in a certain
yep.
place.
And
Got it.
speaking of dying, let's talk about our nemesis for this season.
Okay.
You might be familiar with her. Her name is Nexus Princess Kaiveza. You have unfinished business with her in Nerebar. She's got a whole new bag of tricks for you. She's not going to hold back this time, and it's a 1v1 scenario, so buckle up.
That's so exciting. I loved her fight in Nerebar Palace, and so I was always wondering where she vanished off to, because you don't actually defeat her. Let's head back to the outdoor world. What can we do on Caresh?
Yeah, there's two major systems. You know, the first one is called Ecological Succession. When we met the Ethereals for the first time in Netherstorm, the two things that I noticed were their energy forms and their really cool ecodomes, right? These systems that allowed them to create biomes inside that didn't match what was outside. And here, basically, you'll be helping run one. Venari is trying to bring life back to those shredded parts of Caresh. And with that, she needs your help to fill it with animals and creatures that really thrive in the Caresh ecosystem. What this means is that she'll ask you to go back to previous zones, get animals, and experiment and see if they can survive in the Caresh ecosystem, and then release them to create a thriving ecology. Think of it as like a void Jurassic Park, where you're just sort of like trying to make sure that this beautiful place can thrive. The other feature I want to talk about is phase diving. I already mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about the Reshi Wraps, but it's basically an overlay across all of Caresh, where you get to switch to energy form and enter untethered space to access a whole slew of new content. You can expect to see anything that you normally see in the outdoors, treasures, rares, lore objects, all that. But there's also things that are unique specifically to phase diving. One of the features that I can talk about here is called warrants, where you're going to be helping the Constable of Tazavesh hunt down notorious monsters.
I'm looking forward to also building my own ecosystem. That sounds so cool. Anything with animals, you got me sold. Earlier we spoke about the new raid. What else is coming to Season 3?
Oh, there's a lot to talk about here. So first off, we have a new dungeon coming with Ghosts of Caresh. It's called Ecological. It's very important to the Ethereals. It's a 3-boss dungeon. We're going to be fighting through Devourers, invading one of these places, eating some of the wildlife Steph talked about earlier. That's bad. We're also going to be fighting off a force of Wastelanders that have taken over this place. We're going to fight our way through and figure out why they want this place. One more note with this dungeon is it'll be immediately available on normal, heroic, and baseline mythic with the update on Ghosts of Caresh.
I think the really cool thing about Ecological too is that the canonical route that the storyline takes place is the campaign, the raid, and then Ecological. And that's not a thing that we do often, So I'm really looking forward to seeing how people react to this cadence.
So what are the dungeons in the dungeon pool?
Oh yeah, let's dive into that as well. Let's talk about the returning ones first. So we're going to head back to Revendreth and visit our friends, the Venthyr and the Halls of Atonement. So the next two, like Steph mentioned, Tazavesh is coming back. So we said Tazavesh should come back.
Of course.
That was a mega dungeon when it was first introduced, so we're going to break it in 2 pieces, of course. We're going to have Tazavesh Streets of Wonder, where we're actually fighting through the markets and bazaars and streets of Tazavesh, chasing down Solia. And then we'll have the second half, which is Solia's Gambit, where we're chasing through portals and eventually having our final showdown. Tazavesh will also be returning as a mega dungeon experience in Ghosts of Caresh. Starting with Season 3, you'll be able to play it in hard mode as the baseline mythic difficulty. It'll have increased challenges, hard mode mechanics, and really awesome rewards. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, we also had a community vote for the last 4. What were the winners?
Yeah, it was really cool to see what players' favorite dungeons were in the War Within, and the 4 that players chose were Operation Floodgate from Season 2, going back to punch some goblins, Priory of the Sacred Flame, just awesome Hollowfall vibes throughout. And then we're going to round that out with 2 dungeons from Season 1 of The War Within, Arakara, City of Echoes, and the Dawnbreaker. Just quick note for the Season 1 dungeons, we are going to take a pass, on the visuals, the combat pacing, the cast times, the number of abilities even, to make sure they're aligned with Season 2 dungeons.
Are there any other important notes for players to know about for Season 3?
Actually, not directly Season 3 related, but on the day of the update for Ghosts of Caresh, you're going to have access to non-bountiful delves and all Season 3 dungeons for heroic and baseline mythic difficulties. That means there will be Season 3 tuning in there, but also Season 3 rewards. You can get yourself a head start. Of course, Mythic Plus and the raid will open the following week, but you should have plenty to sink your teeth into on day 1. And oh yeah, one more thing. We've heard feedback for a long time now about how dungeon checkpointing works, especially in like Mythic Keystones where your timer's ticking down and whatnot. We're going to revisit our philosophy there on how long a run back is and when they unlock, and we actually want to visualize some of this in game through what we're calling Waystones. So as you unlock checkpoints, you'll have an icon on your map, and you'll also have these stones that warp in and show you, if I release, this is where I'm coming back. I don't want people asking that question anymore.
That is so exciting because I can't
really nice.
remember for the life of me every checkpoint in a dungeon, so thank you guys. And what about class sets?
Yeah, there's new set bonuses to talk about as well. In Manaforge Omega, we're trying something different with the set bonuses. Up until now, they've been focused on your spec or your class. With this update, we're actually going to target your hero talents. So in my case, I play an Arms Warrior, I play Colossus. I'll have bonuses targeting Demolish, but also have spec hooks if I'm like a Prot Warrior versus an Arms Warrior to make sure that they're still competitive. We got you on the spec level, but we're targeting hero talents.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and players can look forward to a lot of class updates as well. A lot of talent updates for specs such as Brewmaster Monks and Unholy Death Knights. Now, along with Season 3's PvE content, there's also a new PvP season. There are several PvP talents that are being updated as well. And for those of us who like outdoor world PvP, there is an entire island called Vanquisher's Wake.
I'll be avoiding that.
And I'll be there.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for in this update?
For me, I'd have to say it's Dementoto. That's going to be a cosmic level encounter. There's planets blowing up. It's awesome. Huge laser beams, you name it. Additionally, I think we have a really awesome dungeon pool this season. I'm excited for players to check out Tazavesh hard mode.
I am also really excited about Dementoto, you know, like such a glow up from the blueberry that he was before.
Baby blueberry.
But the thing that I'm most excited about, we're in The War Within, and The War Within is part of the World Soul Saga, a trilogy of expansions that, you know, like interweave their story all throughout. And so the campaign and the story within Ghosts of Caresh will matter so much more to the next expansion than it has ever done before. I'm really looking forward to seeing how players go through the campaign and absorb the story.
I'm excited for everything you guys have mentioned. That's Ghosts of Caresh, the void-touched major update coming to The War Within. Thank you, Steph and Drew, for hanging out with me and putting all your hard work into this update. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you in Caresh.
Bye. Okay, that's some stuff to talk about. I'm gonna scoop the box real quick. I'll be right back. One sec. Okie dokie. That's a patch announcement. Oh man, what do you guys think? Dying for Tazvesh to be an actual city hub. Happy about that. Yeah, I think it'll be cool to be able to wander around there outside of a key environment where you're in a big fat hurry. It'll be kind of cool. I really like my favorite thing from that was the dungeon checkpoint thing where you have the stone that shows you where the checkpoint is. Super stoked about that. It's better than it has been in the past right now because they've added more checkpoints and they have chat show you when it's been updated. But I'm a big fan. Hazel, I was doing a delve. You mentioned a release date. I don't think so. Flavor looks good. Checkpoint, good quality of life. Don't like any of the new content. It seems fine. It seems fine. I kind of loved Undermine, so I think that anything that came after Undermine was going to have kind of a serious tone, and it'll be lovely. The Ecodome stuff looks nice. That looks kind of up my alley. I'm sure there'll be great collecting. Phase diving does not excite me yet, but maybe I'll find out something about it that makes it excite me more. Right now, it just kind of looks like the same thing, but phased and pink. Yeah, you know, wow. So we'll see about that. The actual raid looks cool. I like the idea of the energy cloak being able to phase you for the first fight at least. Although because it's the first fight, it's kind of going to be a gimme by default. So I'm not expecting it to be that complicated. I'm not that excited to have another artifact that does like a funny thing. I'm glad it doesn't interfere with our tier slots. They're going to do a piece of gear like this about every patch, it looks like. They're fine. I'm not going to like pitch a fit about it, but I'm also not really excited about it. It's just another doodad. They don't super excite me, especially because there's Mog, but it's a cloak Mog. What banner are they talking about? Place your dastardly banner. Do I have a dastardly banner? I do have a dastardly banner. Let's put that on a button. Should I be in anything different respect-wise? I'm happy with this. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Partner hates bard power, just period. Yeah. It's kind of hard to have the game without any of it. So there's like times worth more of it, times worth less of it. I find the specific, I don't know, patch-specific armor pieces to be kind of gimmicky. I almost prefer when it's a system that's not an armor piece. But, yeah, it's fine. It's what it is. I'm ready to go. Eat a burger. I like the burger. Where's my burger? Patch trailer looks so good. Hi, Hazel. How was thy day? Day's going so far. I'm tired today. I went to yoga this morning and I was having one of those mornings where I just kept having to stop and take breaks because I was feeling a little lightheaded. I think I just need a little bit of a light day today. Busy weekend. What do we do it? We're going to do this and we're going to use the toy and then we're going to win. That's what we're going to do. Ideal burger toppings. Depends on what kind of burger it is. Like a veggie burger is going to be different from a bean burger, is going to be different from like a salmon burger for me. When I was young, I used to dislike almost all of the burger toppings and I only wanted cheese. And cheese is still mandatory. I've really come around on basically everything else with the exception of ketchup. I like ketchup on fries. I don't want it on a burger. I couldn't explain to you why. Everything else, mustard good, mayo fine, pickles fine, lettuce, tomato, all good, but like ketchup is apparently where I draw the line. I need to be very cautious here. What is it that I've done here? I guess it aggroes them? I didn't know it did anything. Always done borrowed power. Or legendaries? Yeah, legendaries are borrowed power. Tier sets are borrowed power, which is what makes me think that as a phrase, it's a little bit of a buzzword. It's one of those things like time gating that people, it becomes kind of trendy to dislike. But it's also annoying when it's overdone or done in a way that's not accomplishing anything. See if we can still do this. I feel like these weekly quests have been getting harder. Maybe I should have done my banner during the... It says place it during a match. Maybe I should have done it after trash. I think the banner makes them aggro to you. Oh, looks lovely. Why, thank you. I toasted it with hot blades today. BBQ and a burger? I like BBQ on a bean burger. If I'm making like a black bean, like a cumin burger, I will put barbecue sauce on it. And if I'm doing a salmon burger, I actually like that with Caesar salad dressing and spinach. Different profiles, different burger profiles. It's hard to do more damage in Dastardly Duos when you don't really care about them. Main or first character have to finish the Delve Belt quest? That's a good question. I haven't done it on my main yet. I would assume you'll be able to start it independently. One button thing is live. It is fine. It is available as an option for people. It will do more or less damage, a bit dependent on your spec. Wowhead did a write-up where they tested it against player performance for a variety of specs, and they found it had a range of anywhere from an 8% DPS loss all the way up to like 40, with the average being somewhere in like the 20-ish% range. So you're not going to do as much damage as you would playing normally, as you shouldn't. But there is like an accessibility option. Hi CKM, how you doing today? Stats randomize in duos? Do they? That's news to me. Oh, I made a master key. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's those the vehicle keys they've been giving us. We got 2 minutes. I was kind of hoping... Here, we've got burner clocks. We can use one of those.
Tune him up, good boys!
So you have to get through 4 bosses. There we go. Sometimes the clocks add... The gears add to the time, and sometimes they just summon more trash, so I feel like it's kind of a toss-up. Do you reckon that Stacy's mom actually had it going on? I'm sure she had lots of things going on in her life. Oh, I got an achievement. Oh, it must be for defeating all of the available bosses. Because we would have gotten the last ones this week. I have 3 minutes left. And I need to kill some people. Kind of hesitant to click any more gears for more time. 3 minutes is a long time. And I think there's going to be more bosses. Yeah.
This may hurt.
That did add to the time. There's Gargamon. Okay, so I have some coolies saved up here. I'm gonna give it like another 5 seconds.
Back off, pup. Heal me! Quickly!
I think we have time. Should be fine.
Back off, pup.
Oh, Timeways has started now too, hasn't it? We'll have to make sure we keep up with that this week. Does it really matter for points to bring the circle to them? Oh, for sure, yeah. The catch, though, is points, as far as I'm concerned, don't matter. They are relevant for a couple of achievements. They are not relevant for completing the weekly quest. At least not this week. Maybe a future weekly quest. We got a thing. We got our quest done. Get me out of here. Don't know how much the new raid will hold up music-wise to Undermine. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be different. I've just enjoyed Undermine so much. I'm sure the boss fights will be fun. I was a little... Maybe I'm just in a crabby mood. I think I should not put this on them. When they were talked about how Demento... When they talked about how Demento is like the biggest boss ever and he's the size of Stormwind, my initial thought was like, why? For what?
Looks like you're
Isn't that just annoying? Like, Deathwing was enormous. We were picking his toenails. Was that impressive? I don't remember. I just wanted to kill the boss. But I think that's just like me being crabby. I think that it probably is cool. When we actually play it and see it, it probably will be fun. And maybe I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's the size of Stormwind. But I don't know. Remember to do it earlier. Forgot to do it until yesterday for last week. Good thing of me, you. What did I get? Oh yeah, I didn't get anything because you have to buy it off the vendor now. That's right. So we've unlocked, I think, our spicy mean ball. Yeah, spicy mean ball bag. Now this is one spicy mean ball. That's what they say about that. It's a pet. And then it looks like we've also unlocked a couple more shoulders for having done whatever week this is. Gotta get through week 4 to get the Tyrannosaurus treat. Tyrannosaurus treat. Is there only 4 weeks? I kind of thought this is 6 weeks long. Maybe they'll give me... Maybe there'll be more stuff. Do I want that? Yeah.
Lita.
One of these, one of these, one of these. Check out my mean ball bag. Spicy mean ball. It must be a meme from something, because my raid leader, after like a really dangerous pull, will say, now that's a spicy meatball. So I'm assuming, based on the fact that that phrase is recurring here, that that's not just something he came up with by himself. Either that or my raid leader's really iconic and everyone's heard of him. Do we know details on the rework? New Waystone checkpoint system? Yeah! I don't know if there's any details on like what they're doing to classes. They said they were doing stuff to classes. I don't know what specifically. That thing is a wheel. Oh, bountiful delve. Well, good news is I'm done with my Dastardly Duos for the week, so that's one thing to check off the list. I did my vault, that's good. That's 2 things to check off the list. So we have lore walking, we have Overcharged Delves. I think I want to start in Overcharged Delves. I want to make time this week to keep working on horrific 8 Mask Stormwind solo for the Mad title. But I want to get my belt. I want to get my belt first. And I want to... What else do I want? I don't know. I want to play with the new stuff first. I'll give myself a couple of days to work on it. Oh, this is for lore walking. Sorry, Joe. I'll come back. I'm not doing that yet. It's from an old commercial back in the 70s. Oh. I wonder what they were trying to sell.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Oh yeah, time walking, that's right. Oh yeah, can't forget to do that, because there's a new...
What is your command?
New time walking thing. We'll pick up the Priory, because it looks like I'm going to need to do Priory anyway. This is new campaign.
Through the shadow.
I'm also going to get my World Soul Call. Should we do World Quests? Or should we do Undermine World Quests? Because I'm going to do the Undermine ones anyways.
Do you also
because
hear
reputation.
song?
That's right. There's also going to be a new... I'm
deeds
certainly
give it
far from done
strength.
with the Goblin Cartels. I have 3 of them at Exalted now, so this week we're going to pick Venture Co. and start working them up. But I'm also going to need things from the Trove for each one, so ways to go there still. Did I pick up? No, it was right over here. We didn't start it yet. So let's hide a few things. It looks like I've got loads of quests wanting me to do delves. That's nice. 1969 commercial for Alka-Seltzer. 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 Effervescent tablets. Acetylsalicylic acid, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug used to reduce pain, fever, inflammation, and as an antithrombotic. Are they just using it for, like, heartburn? It was invented in 1897. I'm getting off track. I'm getting way off track.
So much to discuss.
Hello.
Keep your
Titan
eyes open.
consoles. Wow. Alright. Off we go. I'm going to be doing my Overcharged Delves, and I'm going to be doing them on a level 1. Don't see any reason why not. Yeah, I guess if they had a spicy meatball, they might have the heartburn. It's probably still a thing. I don't know. I feel like if I had heartburn, I would just want to make different choices about what I ate, though. I guess it depends. I've never had chronic heartburn. Usually if I have heartburn, it means that I had pizza. And I should not have done so. It kind of seems like the world just telling me about my choices. We are going to do this on a level 1. I did this a tiny bit on the PTR. I made a little summary video. From what I can tell, there's very little reason to do these in anything higher than level 1 unless you want to do harder delves for other purposes. What is my brand set up as right now? Because I'm DPSing. He can heal me. He doesn't need to, but he can. I guess he can do damage too. He still has his, let's do rocket gear and bouncing grenade. He still had his, underpin talents on. Okay, so we view it. And now we need to farm some Titan disc shards. I kind of figured that they would change it or tune it so that you got more Titan disc shards to drop on harder delves. You didn't have to do as many of them, but it's not like you have to do very many of them on level 1. So yeah, it's a different story. I like it when I don't have to drop candles in this one. Let me know Alka-Seltzer for the movie Spaceballs and feature. Speaking of, we got more news on Spaceballs too. 2027 release. I can't believe they're remaking that. I mean, I can. They'll remake anything. I hope it lives up to all of your dreams.
Here's your take of the spoils.
My take of the spoils. It was sunny for a while, but it's not so sunny anymore today. It's overcast and it's cool. And I appreciate it because I was getting hot. I was getting kind of sweaty. Sometimes it's nice to put your long pants on. No chance that it is any good. Oh, the Spaceballs movie? That seems like a subjective judgment. Hope Mel Brooks survives to see the premiere. I watched a movie. I watched Sinners. I had heard about it. I had heard it was good. I had heard it had music and vampires and like old westerny vibes, and I was very sold. And it was very good. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. I actually ended up buying a digital copy of it so I can watch it again one day. It was only $5 more than renting it. Recently heard about the comic reboot. Teaser very much felt like they still got the spirit, or at least found it again. Comic reboot. I won't lie to you. In this conversation, I am not a valuable person to have around because I'm not fully versed on the differences between Spaceballs, and I'm pretty sure what I'm thinking of is Space Jam. Michael Jordan, Bugs Bunny is what I have in mind, and I'm starting to think that's not what you're talking about. Oh dear. Yeah, that's Space Jam. Maybe make a joke about a little yogurt being there.
What's your stake?
How many Titan discharges do I have? Am I getting lots of them? I have 10. Put them in my pocket.
What's your stake?
Have people been going ham, grinding shards to like level up Overcharged Delves straight away, or are we pretty much just chilling and waiting on the weekly for the belt? I don't know if I see. I guess if I wanted to grind out, oopsies. I guess if I wanted to grind out bountiful delves for achievements, it might be nice to have the tree sorted so that I could do a lot of them fast, you know, like I'm sure you can run through these delves. I'm running through it pretty fast now, but you could run through it really fast if you had the tree capped out. I feel like it can kind of wait though. I don't know. Like, you're gonna get it capped out doing your overcharged anyways. I don't really see a huge reason to rush it because you're gonna get your belt at a flat rate. You can't rush to get the belt any faster. Delves aren't mechanics, so don't really need the boost, at least for me. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Like, it's nice that they will let you no-life it if that's what somebody wants, but I don't see a huge reason to no-life it. You could make an argument that it'll be easier to gear alts in delves, assuming that progress is account-wide, which I'm hoping it is. I didn't check. But it's also, like, alts just get gear from the heavens these days. Like, you get alt gear from so much. I have so much account-bound gear in my warbank. I don't need to gear an alt in a delve. Here's my overcharged robot. He did. 90 per delve, pretty fast with level 1s. Yeah. Unlock roughly half just by getting the belt in all of my 9 level 80s and then sending the fragments to my main. Oh, nice. I'm gonna get the belt on Inksy for sure, and then Anthus, because he's doing keys for triple threat still. At some point. I don't know if I'm doing it on any of my other characters. I think that might be enough alt for me. We'll have to see. Gotta use it to skill this enchanting for my weekly shards. That's smart. Am I happy with this? Yeah. Loud.
What's your stake?
Oh, sorry guys. I just realized I turned your sound way up for I turned your sound way up for when we were watching the Wowcast. I didn't put it back. That game sound must have been smoking. There we go. A little better. Let us vendor the knowledge items once we max the tree. There used to be in Dragonflight a thing you could do with excess knowledge points. You used to be able to turn them into metal back when we needed that. And that was all fine and good. I didn't like continue doing weeklies, but if I got some accidental knowledge, I didn't feel like it was a complete waste of my time. Now I still get those enchanting items too, and I am finished leveling my enchanting, so I just use them, and then the knowledge points I'm pretty sure just stack up. And that is what it is. How am I feeling about the dungeon pool? I was actually a little happy, strangely. A little happy to see Halls of Atonement back. That was kind of fun. I like that dungeon, actually. I'm ready for that one. Tazavesh is fine. It makes sense that they're doing it. They're doing both wings. I'm glad they're doing both wings. So I didn't have to pick a favorite one. For a second, I had the thought of like, oh man, I get to farm a Quantum Courser. And then I thought, no you don't. That's Dawn of the Infinites, you goober. Dawnbreaker? Yeah. Never really made my peace with Dawnbreaker. Maybe it's another chance for me to get to know it. Like Floodgate. Floodgate is challenging. I find it fun, but really hard. And we just did it. I didn't really want to do any back-to-back. I know we used to do one set of dungeons for an entire expansion, so I'm kind of spoiled these days. But, I didn't really want any repeats. I guess it makes sense that that's kind of what they do. Vote if you have been Priory Floodgate Arcar because of the trinkets. I know that lots of people do that. I fundamentally don't get it though, because if a dungeon with a trinket is not in the pool and therefore the trinket doesn't exist, it's like they balance things around what's available. It's not like you're going to get through the raid any faster or slower, or that you're going to be any better or worse than your peers. I don't know. There will be a best trinket regardless of what the dungeon pool is. It's just a question of which one it is. I feel like it gets all balanced out eventually. I don't know. Didn't like any dungeon specifically much in either season. I like Priory well enough. Number goes up. Number kind of arbitrary, though. Number only matters relative to other numbers. Hope Delve trinkets aren't pissed this season. It'd be fun if they nerf all those trinkets. It's entirely possible. They could do. Okay, I want him to take me home. Take me back. For Taz, you may want to farm Mog from Mythic before Season 3. People might. I think I'm good. If I hadn't farmed it by now, I can wait until after the season's over. I don't think I'm going to be kicking myself about that. Da-da-da-da. What do you want me to do now? Another Overcharged Delves. So we can probably go do the other one. Where is the other one? I mean, we could do this one again, but I don't want to do that. It's probably hidden by a quest marker. Oh, no, that's the one I had. Oh, no, it's Sluice. Okay. Cool. Good to know. I'm getting a stroke from Dawnbreaker. I hope in Dawnbreaker they fix the disconnect issues and the clipping issues. I can maybe... The thing that frustrates me about it beyond that is like just having to land precisely and learn to navigate around in an extra dimension of space. Which is fine, you know. I don't love it, but it's fine.
Understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
But yeah, the clipping and the disconnects really made it kind of frustrating.
I am listening. May the stars
Have y'all smashed Horrific Org solo for the title or Stormwind? Not yet. Not yet. It's on the list for the week. I want to get my belt first, and I want to kind of take my time poking around the new patch stuff as well. So we did that, and now we need to go do the other ones. We're going to do Side Streets Loose. I'm pretty sure, lots of keys. So one nice thing about doing these, I'm happy to open the Bountiful chest, even though it's on level 1. Because I have 22 restored coffer keys, and at this point, I'm just getting them done for the achievements. For the delve, the Bountiful Delve, like Delve Beyond for the Delver title, and then there's Transmog for doing more. Or no, the Bountiful ones. I mean, that too. But I'm thinking of Copious Coffers, yeah. Opening Bountiful Coffers. It doesn't matter how good the Bountiful Coffer is. Don't need to do Overcharged Delves to get the powers for the belt. Yeah! I think I just need to get the one, right? Wasn't Wowhead saying that one of them's like busted? And that everything else is not busted? Don't want a season with only one good Mythic Plus trinket since Havoc hates haste. Ever since the rework, I need Mastery and Crit. Mythic Plus or Raid had a good neck. Yeah, I guess if you're not raiding, so you don't feel like you can, or even if you are raiding it, it's just a hotly contested trinket. I hate getting raid trinkets. Trinkets in general, I usually get them from Vault, to be honest. Thank you, Milligram.
Look around. There's treasure here.
Healers should not get raid loot. It is not as useful. What about healer trinkets? Also, do you like structure your day to go around not making friends or what? Oh man. Alright, we're going up here. Oh man. Completed my Circe circlet to 658. Very nice, very nice. I'm still wearing it on my paladin. And I'm probably gonna be wearing it for the rest of the season, but I'm starting to get gear to the point where it feels a little, not bad, but like, I don't know. I'm ready to be done with it. I do not want a world where I'm wearing the season 3 wraps and I still have the circlet on. I'm pretty sure we're gonna replace it by then. What do they want me to do? We're just running through these today. Ignore the whole thing until last night. You see the new patch announcement? They just posted a 12-minute video announcing 11.2. They did it this morning. They waited for me to start my stream. Wow. Definitely that, and not that they just tend to announce things at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays, or 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. It's 10 a.m. now. Woohoo. Are you wearing the ring on Shadow? No! I got rid of it in a hot hurry. I have a Jaster's and I have a Hero Track ring. I don't even think it's optimal. I just hated it and I wanted it gone. I was willing to take a DPS and or HPS loss to get that thing out of here. Old news. Yucky. Stinky. Didn't want it.
Watch your step.
Gotta love doing dastardly duos in the tank, specifically dragging the boss out of the bonus score rings. Started gearing up a couple weeks ago. Don't have any gilded crest to upgrade a heroic ring. The only thing I'm doing left on my Shadow Priest anymore is 10s, and I'm geared well enough for that. I would be fine for that at 650, and we're 675. Any news? House hunting? It's coming. It's going. I've been going a lot. That's part of the reason I'm so tired, is I've been doing a lot of traveling and driving. I'm still optimistic that I might get something done this summer, but it's tough out there. It's kind of a question, in my budget, it's kind of a question of which disaster do you want to deal with? Not that they're undealable, but it's not a find a place with no disasters, it's a which one and how many and what's the dollar figure to get it dealt with that you are prepared for. Housing here, Greater Victoria is so expensive. Yeah. I'm going out of the city, and out of Greater Victoria too. I don't think I'm gonna land in Colwood or anything. I'm getting the hell out of here because I really want like an actual house if I can, which I know is kind of greedy, but I have a dog. I am dying to garden. I want a yard. I want to try to avoid a strata if I can. Well, I'm doing my best. We'll see. But it does mean that if I want all those things and they're really important to me, then I need to pick my disaster. Yeah. Wanting a house is not greedy. It might be where I live. It might be greedy where I'm looking. But well, we'll see. I'm doing my best. I won't do anything too stupid. West Shore, best shore. I've lived in West Shore before. It's a shore. It's fine. Port Alberni is cheapish. That is true. That is true. It's also where you get all the best, really hard drugs, apparently. If you're looking for trouble. Wanting a 3,000 square foot house in a city for 100k is... I think if you wanted to spend 100k in Victoria, I think you would accomplish nothing. I don't think you can buy the cheapest dive apartment for even twice as much as that. Even 2.5, 3. Like, you need to get tickling 400k before you're even looking at an absolute dump. This is just not happening. You can buy a van. I could buy a van. I could just go live in a vehicle. It would be really hard to stream though, and I don't know that my dog would love it. Hashtag van life. Oh man. What is it that I'm doing? I'm looking for the boss, I guess. I've gotten kind of lost here. Down by the river.
Watch your step.
Is there any more? I want to like clear as much as I can if there's stuff here, because I want Titan crystals. Or shards or whatever. Streaming from a van, surprisingly viable these days. Yeah, but I don't want to hear the word Starlink. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Watch your step.
I don't even care if it's good, which it may not be for streaming. Reliably anyways, especially for gaming and stuff, but I'm not touching it with a 100-foot pole. I'll be lucky if I can. I may need to work out some finicky internet for because I may end up somewhere fairly rural. That's kind of the compromise if I want the house, and I don't have $1 million. Is just kind of getting farther away from the city and having a longer drive to come back to visit my family. Just park near a Starbucks. Oh. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm really not, I thought there was going to be a ladder right there. There is not. There is not. Bran, there's no treasure here. There's only sadness. It's just green goop. My goodness. Okie dokie. It'll be good. It'll be fine. I will probably find something. And if I don't, I'm lucky that I do like where I'm living now well enough. I can kind of afford my rent. I like my neighbors. I like the walks and the people that we meet. We're doing okay. It would just be nice to start building equity and stop throwing money into the rent void. Find something you've been through the offer process that's like 90% of the way. Yeah, I hope so. Definitely feel like I learned a few things from that first experience that I can kind of rely on now. Because we went through a home inspection on that property, I did a lot of research about a lot of the various risks and things that we were looking at, and I have a more critical eye now of what's going on with the various places that I see and what's involved with, other stuff. Went from a 2-bedroom condo to a duplex right before prices started going way up with fortunate timing. I'm just sleepy of driving because it's, it's both ways. It adds up. It's a lot of time in the car. What am I doing? I'm getting my belt. I can also pick up my Undermine weeklies just to make sure I have them. We're going to pick we're going Ventrico this week. That's exciting. My 4th and final cartel. I wonder if I turned off quest automation with Leatrix. I want to try out lore walking too.
How you doing, pal? See you around.
Good stuff. And don't let them work you overtime.
Do we hear any more news about, like, for sure confirmation about the chat list thing? I heard whispers of it coming out of the secret finding place, but I never saw, like, a Wowhead post or anything. Some of lore walking was confusing if you've done the quest before. Like, confusing narratively or confusing in terms of, like, how to do it? It's a long quest line for toys and Mog and is repeatable. Oh.
Can you believe what this city is coming to? We got a rat problem.
Why would you repeat it? Just for fun? Confusing in how to do it since things are a little streamlined. Oh, okay. I'm going back to Dornigal, I think. The Mog is random. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm going to do it once. I'm going to do it once. There's not a world in which I'm going to repeat the quest line to hope to get a good roll on Mog. That is a back of the list kind of activity. There are tens of thousands of pieces of Mog that I would farm from other places before I do that. That's stupid. Most of the lore from 11.0 with the Arathi and the Harenir and Earthen, it's a side thing since we're doing Ethereals in the Void. I mean, would it be a side thing or would it just be a piece of the story that was told, an earlier chapter? I'm just speculating. I have no idea what's going on. You know me. Thought the Arathi story was well done.
Another puzzle to solve? On to adventure.
Wow. I got a belt. Da-da-da-da-da. Unfortunately, replacing a myth item with a socket. What are you going to do? It does, by default, out item level it, so there's that. I'll get another Masterful Emerald. We do have news in 11.2. They dropped some just this morning. No date or anything, but they have a video showing a little bit of the raid and the new zones, etc., etc. Pop a gem in that bad boy. Finally got my Stormwind 8 mask done. Now I'm done with visions. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'll have to go find that. Here, I have a link. What the? Still have it up on my other monitor. Okay. Now. So is that it? That's all that they're going to let me do today? I did this in PTR where they had the upgrades kind of like changed. So I guess we're not going to upgrade it till next week. Not even begun a visions quest or anything. Ah, you'll be fine. You'll catch up. Let's disenchant a few things here. Make a bit of room. Probably getting to a point where I should start vendoring some of these epics instead of eating them. Kind of gambling that they're going to turn into something good. I really want to do my Undermine weeklies. I think I might just do that. That could be catalyzed for transmog. Should I start using extra catalyst charges on my priest for Mog? I feel like I can do that just fine. I have 3 extra charges sitting around. I'll use 1 for Mog.
And be heard.
I know they're not unlimited yet, but... I'll learn for another item, though. I only want it if I haven't learned it at all. Not learned. Veteran. Oh, it's the LFR set, that's why. Do I care, though? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm sure if I want to catalyze veteran stuff later, I'm going to have buckets of it in my war bank. Okay, so we did duos. We got the disc belt. Oh, I need to go get powers for it. That's right. Wowhead. Wowhead, what do I want for that? Disc belt powers. Charged bolts. I'm always opening the gem menu instead of this menu. Oh, charged bolts is literally the default one. S tier. Done. Alright, I don't need to unlock anything. That's true, the Kaiveza Delve Nemesis sounds really fun. I'm excited for that. Use default, never touch it, I guess. Problem solved. Love it. Okay, looks like in 15 minutes we're gonna have jobs. We can do the scrap weekly for now. My car feels faster. Did they tune it up for me? When I was logged off for my weekend, did they take my car in the shop? New Mythic Plus lever penalty. No, first I'm hearing about it. What do? Do they call your mother? Do they email your landlord? Where's Moosey? He's wandered off. He was here earlier. He's snoozing out front, I betcha. What could they possibly do that will make people not leave keys? 1,000 gold. Because the trouble with lever penalties has always been that you want to disincentivize leaving behavior without over punishing disconnection, which is hard. That's a fine balance to strike. Because you'll never be able to tell honest DCs from, oh no, I spilled milk on my router, you know. It deletes a map for your collection. Sub price goes up 5%. Okay, in order to leave a dungeon without a penalty, they must initiate a vote. The group must agree. And if they leave without a successful vote too frequently, they will be marked as someone who leaves often in Group Finder. Marked players can lose the mark by successfully completing the dungeons and using the vote system properly. Hilarious. Public shaming. I mean, if they're just telling people what you did, is that shaming or is that just the truth? Every time they leave, they lose one favorite battle pet. I wonder what's too frequently. I'm assuming there's some room in there for people that are actually DCing, but yeah. Can be both. I am in favor. I didn't know Blizzard was punishing me for having a child. No. No, that's good. I wonder if it'll help. Probably isn't DC protection. Well, it says too frequently, so if you disconnect once, and then you're like, you know what? My internet's boo-boo. I'm just going to take the day off, and then you just do a bunch of other dungeons as normal. It doesn't sound like it's going to mark you as a leaver. It sounds like you'd have to do it a few times repeatedly, or like above a certain percentage. Lead people to AFK in the key if it's depleted and the vote fails.
Alright, nothing good left in this pile. On to the next one.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if you don't leave the group but you just log off. I'm sure they've thought of stuff like that. But that's good. I did a handful of pugged keys. Last week I pugged a handful of 10s, I pugged a handful of 6s on my paladin. I found there was only one, I think, instance, maybe two, with levers. More often the key would get burned, but people would finish it anyways and kind of work together to learn it, which was nice. It's not a complete wasteland out there. But yeah, that'll definitely help. Nice that they're trying something. Yeah, I think so. What if it makes people want to leave? I could see people wanting the mark. Oh, Nick Taser 2, thank you for the 65-month resub. Thanks for the enjoyable streams, Hazel. Oh, shucks, thanks for watching them. 65 months. You must have heard me say that a few times by now. I know I have like my little collection of phrases that I use. I feel like by 65 months you've heard the rota, the Hazel rotation. Sam right along with me. What is this? This is a world quest. Oh yeah, that's right. This is my last batch of new world quests that I've never seen. Dumpster fires. Because I'm Venture Co now and I've never been Venture Co before. That's kind of fun. These are for 2 different world quests. How many months is your longest subscriber? I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's got to be somewhere either approaching or near 70. Perk is definitely up there. Hello, Legnaros. How you doing? I try not to do the math to convert it into years because that's just not a feel-good number. Havarti? Here, what do you got? Moderator. 72-month resub. He's a 72-month. Why does it say 2 years? Oh, the badge is for 2 years. I'm thinking 2 times 12 is 24. That's definitely more than 2 years, but I just don't have badges for longer than 2 years. Add it to the list. I wonder how many people are going to do all of the undermine reps. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to search for, see if anything got posted into the Wowhead comments yet, if anything was kind of confirmed. Newest first, no, nothing for 7 days. I didn't do the rest of my chat list last week because we kind of heard like rumblings that Employee of the Month might be figured, even if it sounded really annoying. Maybe I should just do them though. Because if I stopped doing it, I would just turn them in for rep and get the rep done faster. I wonder how long we have left before the patch. That's one thing we didn't have as a date. I'm sure there'll be a PTR coming soon, especially now that this patch is live.
I haven't seen scrap like that since the Great Scrappening. Nice
Great
work.
Scrappening. Chetlist does require a little bit of renown to begin. You unlock it in the Undermine renown track somewhere. Forget where. Is it like 11? 13 it looks like. patch has been on a really steady cadence, 6 weeks, maybe 8. Yeah, they seem to have it locked down to a bit of a science. Whatever was causing them to miss deadlines in years past, I think they've sorted it out.
Thanks, champ.
I think they used to try to do way too much with not enough people. And now they have lots of people. Betting on August 5th, they'll announce the launch date to be when you get your house. They would, wouldn't they? That would be so rude. It's going to be raid guides while I'm moving, isn't it? It kind of was last time. I remember doing raid guides for... No, it was Mage Tower while I was moving. That was not as bad. Oh, they made the can bigger. They made the trash heap can bigger. Or maybe I have an add-on, but... Absolutely no airflow. Quick. Shovel something. There we go. 10 with the cartel, so I'm getting there. Nice. Yeah, you'll be there in no time. If it is 6 weeks, I don't know if I'm going to be... I don't think I'm going to be done with Undermine by then. Pretty close, but not quite. I guess I haven't been finishing content as it's been coming out. I've been getting it kind of close, but not really. And then some stuff like Siren Isle, I just figured I would come back to later. Have you seen the BFA time walking vendor stuff yet? No, I'm sure there's going to be more things that I want than I can afford. I was already behind in time walking badge collection because there were mounts that they added back for like WOD time walking. I only just got one of them. And then like the Legion ones, like I don't even have all that yet. Oh, you can transfer undercoins again. That's great news. That's good news, everyone. Got enough for 2 mounts. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure I have no time walking badges on account of me not doing any time walking. We'll do some for what's it call it? Whatchamacallit? The turbulent timeways. Nice thing is if you forget to get the mounts, they'll come back. Time walking stuff is always coming back around eventually. Bug in the timeways, you can get them out in 1 day. Well, that doesn't sound good. Sounds like something they would roll back. Should I do the dumpster? Maybe it'll have a miscellaneous mechanica in it. It could. Got my 5-week mount today after running out a bunch of ults. Then my main, not sure what that's about. It's bugged. Gotcha. I mean, if that's all you have to do, I wonder if they would roll it back or if they would just kind of let it go. It'd be tempting to just do it. If it's not like a super out-of-pocket thing to do anyways. It's literally just keep doing time walking, yeah. Yeah, because if I do it and I get it done, then I don't have to worry about it every week. I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to do all my time walking on some character that I'm not otherwise playing. I'll set up some character that I'm not really playing on so that if there is any business about like logging off and keeping them logged off to hold the buff, that I don't have it expire. Because last time I was playing my priest, so the buff would just time out during the week while I was doing my other stuff. Empty Cash-Cola cans can be traded to the scrap vendor, kind of back over, what is it, in here-ish? Bilgewater, Hovel Hill-ish. There's a vendor that'll sell you stuff for it. There's bags that you can get with like gear or mock, I guess. There's also you can buy some tires. There's a few things on the vendor. Amy, thank you very, very much for the 28-month resub. Appreciate it. Oh, my bags are getting messy, messy, messy.
1 minute left on this one. Finish it up.
Shipping side gigs. Notice this is my currency tab. Yeah. It doesn't take too many to get everything collected from them.
Not again.
Which character should I use for time walking then? Somebody that can heal, probably. I think healing time walking is my go-to. Sometimes if you're full pugging and you're healing them, you'll run into groups that do them really slowly. But you get fast queues, and you don't have to pay too much attention. Hair long enough for a clip? Mine's long enough for a pony and I'm about ready to chop. It's just like a little pony that I've just clipped up. It doesn't really fill out the clip, but that's fine. My yoga instructor said my ponytail, my tiny ponytail was cute this morning. Thought that was funny. It's like a little toddler's ponytail. It's just like whack. Think you'll tackle the new season 3 Delve Nemesis? Oh, for sure. But if they give Brandon more levels, which they might, then I would do that first. But I had a lot of fun doing Underpin. I think I had a lot of fun. I certainly had an experience. May or may not have been fun, but we felt something. We felt alive. Would do that again. I'm in such danger. Tag it, tag it, tag it. Do it. You can do it. You want to help. You're feeling very confident about helping. There we go. Not me hovering over the fade button. Yeah, I'll probably prioritize time walking before lore walking then. I see the belt bolts. Oh, do you? Is it that it? I think that's it. That was 7% of my damage. That's crazy. That is bonko. Clinically bonko. That's insane. When WoW had the hot fixes that buffed it, I was like, there's no way they leave that in, right? That's so much damage. Maybe they just really want it to make content easier. Alright, so we're going to be doing a scrap in a second. I'm just going to try to get a slugger kill for my chat list. Or not scrap, shipping.
Harassing and oppressing people. Put a stop to it.
Not harassing and oppressing people. Anything that helps me finish triple threat, right? I was thinking about my Stormwind 8 mask solo. Feels like it could help. Could be good. That too. Loved Zekvir, hate Underpin. I wish I had done Zekvir. I kind of didn't do a lot of delves in the first season. I was too busy for them. I wasn't mentally prepared to do a new thing, so I just sort of skipped it. Which is fine, but it means that I missed out. I mean, I know you can do them now, but it's not the same. No, I didn't do Zekvir. I just did Underpin. I didn't really care, and I still to this day kind of don't care about like the delve mount customizations. Mount customizations in general feel not relevant to me. Alright, let's do some jobs.
Burn rubber, honey.
You know it. Want to do solo 8 mask, Underpin, triple threat. Lastly, 3k. Care less to try for 3k. 3k is easier than Underpin, I think. I mean, it's harder because you have the social element of having to find groups if you don't have a group handy, but I think with all of the gear and the power that we have, easier than Underpin for sure. 8 masks, I feel like, was maybe the same as Underpin, maybe a tiny bit harder, but just because it took longer. Like Underpin you can wipe on and then get right back in there and try it again so quickly that you can like rack up attempts really fast. Whereas 8 mask, you're like 45 minutes in every time you wipe.
cleanup if you want the gig. Just be warned, the scum will fight back.
Lots to keep busy with, though. That's nice. Definitely not bored.
Good job, Dollface. You made sure I got my cutty a tip, right?
Yesterday, I went to the water and I did some fishing, and I spent some time with some hermit
Pretty
crabs.
world-wise, ain't ya?
I like watching tide pools while I'm fishing, and there's just tons of little hermit crabs in there, and pretty big ones too. And I was following the adventures of this one hermit crab who I decided to call Crop Top because he was in a shell that was way too small for him. And he was like checking out other shells, so I felt like maybe he was house hunting, and I felt a bond with him because I'm house hunting. But then Crop Top found a shell, and he was like really like working on it. And I thought maybe he was stuck in his shell because his crop top was too small. But then later I came to realize that there was somebody in that shell, and I don't know what it was the crop top was up to. It was just really dramatic looking. I didn't catch any fish yesterday. I don't know why. The only bite of the day that I got was when I had my rod like between my knees, and I was sitting and I was eating crackers with both hands, and then I had my line in the water, and then my rod goes thunk thunk thunk, and I'm like, huh? Fish? Hold on, let me put down my crackers. They were very stale, but I'm glad that I ate them because now they're gone from my cupboard, and I, completed the covenant. I got the desired calories from them that I was promised when I purchased them from the grocery store. Plugging my Marks Hunter, not sure how it will be to get into groups over +10. 3 more portals to get. The queue list for people to get for 10 keys super long. Yeah, I wonder if it's partly because of people working on triple threat, people working on portals. There's a lot of reasons to do 10s. People just wanting their myth slots in their vault as well. That's a world quest. I don't need that right now. Sometimes I get kind of sidetracked by world quests, I hear. Recommendation for Aid Mask is that you take a lot of time between packs. Nemesis Mask makes it easy. Yeah. My sticking point when I was doing it previously was I was trying to solo Stormwind 8 Mask on a Shadow Priest. And I just felt like I didn't have great tools for Umbric. You don't have very many interrupts. You don't have anything to kind of stop his channel early. It goes south very quickly. What I'm going to try next time is Lust on him, certainly, but also I had moved my kicks to the polymorph, and I need to put them back on the... I can only kick once every 50 seconds, so it's not really all that helpful, but I need to put it back on the entropic missiles. I need to maybe eat the first set, drop a mid-fight orb, kick the second set, and try to kill him before the third set, maybe? I'm hoping that with my disc belt, I'm going to have enough extra damage to kill him really quickly or something, because it's just so hard. Titans. Yeah. And that's one thing, is that when I was trying it, it was before they patched in Titans, so I didn't have it at all. So maybe that'll just fix it for me. Throw it away. Maybe Titans plus disc belt, and it'll be like no problem. Because we got the Orgrimmar one done, not with no drama. I was definitely practicing it for like 4 hours, but it was fine. It was manageable. The hardest part was Rexar. Got into a group for Floodgate Portal that felt like a free carry. Someone was 680 and I'm there at 663, not complaining. Nice.
Honey, sweetie, baby, sugar plum,
Angel face.
Thanks for completing that job. My pocketbook thanks you too.
Satisfied with this. I love doing Hunter Mine Weekless. I'm just chipping away at this 70-ish% of stuff collected from it.
Dollface, honey bunches, you're my favorite driver.
When we get to Honored, we're gonna get a pet for In with the Cartels. There's a bunch of stuff that's just for resonance crystals. I'm kind of hoping that Caresh, like the third patch, just has tons of resonance crystals. So that if we play it, like we've been getting lots by doing weeklies, but I want buckets of them to give me a chance in hell of actually like buying everything or most things. Even just like, I don't know. The mounts and the pets and the sets. The sets are expensive. We got our search pricing weekly done. That's nice. Hello, Pelican. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. How are we feeling? I'm pretty comfy. I feel nice and loose. I did some good yoga this morning. I was so tired though. I went to bed early last night too. I slept from like 10:30 to 5:30. I guess it's only 7 hours. I used to be an 8.5 girly. I don't know what happened. I think it's summertime and it gets light out. And even with my blackout curtains, I feel like the long days make me get a little bit less sleep. Haven't heard anything about Brawlers Guild. I don't think we're getting it back in a hurry. Caresh looks super cool. RT must be loving War Within zones. Felt like I had a crystal drought. Yeah, I've become very picky about what I buy with crystals. It used to be that if I unlocked something like a toy or a pet or a mount, or even a tabard, and I had the crystals, I would just buy it instantly, and I don't do that anymore. I save them for mounts and pets, and then I go back for things like banner toys and tabards and transmog later. Or at least I'm telling myself I'm going to go back for them later. Later's good. I have 20k crystals on me right now. Is there more? Oh, hang on. Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood of 20k. Maybe a little bit more. So I'm not broke, but I just want to make sure I can afford cool mounts and stuff like as I unlock them. I guess I have a little bit of a buffer. I think the things that I'm going to really like out of 11.2 are probably going to be things that won't be in like the patch video, you know, like the very broad strokes stuff. All looks fine, but it's nothing that's really going to get me to flip a table. Besides, we're waiting for player housing for all the table flipping. Anyone see TWW and part of your brain immediately thinks something to do with time walking? TW for sure. Moose was like jumping around next to my desk this morning like he had a toy lost or something, and I thought either he's lost a ball under my desk somewhere or there's a huge spider because it's the same response. He loves hunting for bugs and catching spiders. I don't want to do that right now. I never found it either, so if you did find one, it's either still there or else he ate it. Normally short circuits is probably why. Easy to say time walking when the person wrote TWW. Mm-hmm. Time walking week. There we go. We always open dumpsters if we see them. I have yet to get a Mechanica, but I believe in the dream. I'm pretty sure I have a weekly for just doing Undermine quests as well. Could do one more delve too. Although I'm sure we'll do that. Well, no, we won't, will we? We could do... I could do Bountiful Overcharge every day. Just to get lots of stuff. I don't have to do them once a week. Maybe we'll do that. Mechanica is a lie. It's so rude. Do you think they did that on purpose? Do you think they sat around and agreed, let's make this horrifying? Do you think there were two people at a desk or like in an office holding a cute like I love cats mug or something, being like, what if we make a currency that you have to grind for cosmetics, and instead of it drops, it doesn't drop? Huh? That's fun. Everybody's gonna be like, oh wow, it doesn't drop, oh no, and then, you know, at least they'll have made some memories, right guys? I don't know what I don't know what happened there. Also, I'm still shipping and I don't need to be shipping anymore. We are finished with that. I wanted to slam out a couple more world quests. Sounds like classic. It's like, listen, the good news is it can drop from lots of things. You're just not gonna like the bad news. Imagine that there's a secret to miscellaneous mechanic. It might just turn out to be Paragon caches. I still haven't started grinding those yet because I'm still getting each cartel to Exalted first. Even if it was one per Paragon cache though, that would still be brutal. And I would be surprised if it was as many as one per Paragon cache. You need like 113 of them or something. If you want to get everything. Do you think Blizzard's trying to train us out of wanting to get everything? It's 2 per Paragon chest. It's 1 per Paragon cache. I have conflicting information. What am I to do? What are we doing? We are gonna... Okay, now I can speak to Inspector. What's his face? I do need to do these for Reb. Do, 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 do.
What's good?
I think all of these lead to the same thing. This is like a hot and cold thing. Too safe equipment. Power box not sparking much. Sparks is how you know it's turned on and working. We're gonna smash it later so it sparks again. This guy is not allowed to come to my home inspection. Do the weeklies on alts. It's not that bad of a farm. But you don't get any extra rep for doing the weeklies again, right? You just get... You don't get any extra rep. You just get a little bit of resonance crystals. Too safe equipment. Is it in here? I think it's in here. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, where is the too safe equipment? It's in here somewhere. I thought it was. Or is it out here? Is it this thing? No, getting colder. You follow the little bolty thingy, and I saw it, I just lost it. It really looked like it was going to be in here. Ah, there it is. This fan's got a lock on it so you don't turn it up higher. Duck thinks that's dumb. Okay, this quest is great. Oh dear. Where are we going? All the way over here? This guy. I wonder if these are the same pieces of equipment every time you do the quest.
Oh, hey, you got him to come around. Good on you. Here's your cut.
I think when I get to lore walking, I want to do the Caresh quest first. Because of the patch announcement. I think I want to go through that, read those, catch up a little bit. I don't expect to remember any of it, but it might do me some good to have read it at one point in my life. We need to do one more world quest. Well, I mean, we'll need to do lots of them, but... Reputation. How's my gold doing? I noticed token prices went back up. What are they at now?
It's go time, sugar. Let's make a buck.
Remember the issue I said about my UI being a little blurry, mainly the text outline? It was the resolution. Got a 4K monitor, fixed the problem. Wow, there you go. That is quite the upgrade. That's great. Jeez, guys, this is what we're after. I've been playing WoW in 4K for so long, I've forgotten what it looks like outside of it, to be honest. I don't play with any like great frame rate or anything, but lots of resolution. You know what? I'm happy that the belt was such an easy setup. Now that I think about it, it did not take very long to do that quest line. That's all there really is to do for it for this week. It seems really strong off the get-go. Nice, easy, straightforward, pretty drama-free upgrade. Happy with that. Planning to get a 4K monitor anyway. Okay, there you go. That's good. How do you find out about your monitor specs? No idea what mine even are. I think in your system you can see what your current... You can see some information about your display. One sec. If you... Yeah, so if you go to your display settings, your system and then display settings, assuming that it's Windows, although I'm sure Mac would have it as well, though. That's a whole different thing. You'll see your display resolution. If you want to know more information about like your display hertz, oh yeah, there's an advanced display option that tells you what your monitor is. So if I see mine here, I have system display, advanced display. It'll show me I have a 60 hertz monitor, 3840 by 2160. That's not like necessarily what's best for gaming. I have that monitor because of video editing, because I'm making 4K videos. If I was just gaming, I would probably go for something that was like 1440 resolution, but 120 hertz. But I'm also not too fussed about it. I've gotten much less picky as I've gotten older. Computer plays game looks fine, I'm happy. You know, this is not... I have lost the urge to grind for minor upgrades in visual fidelity. It's not what I'm paying attention to when I'm actually gaming, as long as it works well enough for me to do my job and have fun.
Best deals in town.
Best deals in town.
Better. I'll be waiting.
I'm in with the cartels. Did that give me my pet? It did! We're up one pet. One iron chick. Shrugs off boiling oil and 11 secret herbs and spices. Just don't introduce it to Rust. That's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like another few more world quests that I could do. Oh, I'm like mostly done one of them. Just for the reputation.
Harassing and oppressing people. Put a stop to it.
Hazel, I just saw the funniest WoW thing. What do you see? Also good morning. Hello. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. What do you see? There's lots of rares up today. I think I'm never going to get that cloak that I'm missing from Nightfall.
Thank you, champion.
I think I'm just going to let it go.
They won't come back.
As long as I don't think about it, it can't bother me. WoW did a WoW ad promoting War Within with Sandstorm. Yes. Oh, is that a rare? That is a rare. I saw some wildlife over the last couple days. They had one cinematic where Khadgar is getting beat up by Xal'atath. Gonna do the sky racing thing. They had him get beat up on beat with a song. Oh, of course. There's nothing else to do. You got it.
Absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race.
Well, well, well.
Oh, I think we're doing reverse. That's pretty good. I saw a baby raccoon eating cherries out of a tree. It was just sitting on up there, stuffing its mouth with both paws. It was great. I also saw a cat catch a baby bunny, which was a little bit less cute. It was impressive. It was not adorable. My partner was a bit upset, and I was like, well, you know, the one thing about baby bunnies is that the bunnies make a lot of them. They probably have more. I'm hoping that was not somebody's only bunny child. Yeah, we should do these. Khadgar's just getting beaten up on beat to a sick EDM song by Void Missiles. Yeah. And at his age, gosh.
Got a work order for scum cleanup if you want the gig. Just be warned.
Scum cleanup. I haven't done this one yet.
We'll fight back.
What do they want me to do? This one says bash. Burst of power vacuums up slime puddles. Okay. Feel like I didn't do it. Seen the yeah, we watched it. Oh no, I did do it. We watched it on stream this morning. We played the video, learned a few things. What do you think? You like Caresh? I'm happy about the Ecodome. Do you like hazelnuts a lot? I don't really eat Nutella. I used to, when I was younger, I used to get like hazelnut flavor in iced coffee. I don't really get that anymore either, so I mostly just like the concept of hazelnuts. If there's any kind of a dessert that involves chocolate, I enjoy hazelnuts with it, but I'm not gonna like make a point to seek it out. They're yummy though. I briefly had a hazelnut plant that I was growing in a pot on my balcony, but it got kind of unwieldy and I decided to rehome it. Caresh looks pretty. Confused about the landmass we are actually going to be staying at. Right? Because they ported Tazavesh. I'm starting to think that the only thing that's giving me credit... Oh, I haven't been vacuuming up the slimes. Oh, I've been killing them and not vacuuming them up. I don't like this roll quest. There we go. That has a 6-second cooldown. Yeah, Tazavesh is the new hub. It's on like a new piece of planet. Excited for the Mythic Plus season. It seems like it'll be a cool zone. We're getting a new artifact cloak that lets you kind of transition in and out of an energy form for... There's at least one raid fight mechanic that uses it, and there's like an outdoor thing, phase diving, where you can phase the world with it. It sounds a little bit like the Korthia phasing. Extra quests and different enemies and stuff down there. Sci-fi WoW story really does a lot for me. Nice. Sounds confusing. Forcing people back to Shadowlands. We bring the Shadowlands to us. Yeah. I'm glad that we're getting a chance to see Tazvesh a bit more, because it was such a cool area, but you only really saw it as a Mythic Plus dungeon or Mythic dungeon, so there wasn't a whole lot of poking around going on. Because when we encountered it in Shadowlands, we were just kind of like getting on a ship and noodling off somewhere. It wasn't really connected to any of the Shadowlands zones that we were in. So it'll be kind of cool to get some... I mean, I know they moved it, but let's get some context. Clock mechanic sounds like the World Soul memory thing. Oh, Radiant Echoes. Oh. Yeah, I guess a little bit. I could see it.
Oh, that smell. No wonder Steamweed'll outsource that contract.
Okay. We could do Lethid Solo. Layer with bosses. True, yes. Yeah, I guess that's more recent than the Korthia that I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, the Azure Span Delve, that's right. It seems fine. I'm excited to fight Kaiveza as like a delve boss, a one-on-one delve boss. Seems cool. Seems like we're gonna have a lot of blue and purple and ethereals and stuff going on. See if we can do this. Oh, nice. There's somebody here. I can solo this, but it's way easier with people around. You know what's exciting? Coming back to Northrend in the last time. Sounds fun. The very short clip we've seen of Kaviza has me terrified of fighting her. I'm very curious if I like her better or worse than Underpin. I feel like I might like her better just because I got real sick of kicking bombs. I did not want to kick any more bombs. I was done with it. I have terrible aim. I was just an absolute wild card with bomb kicking. I would just send them in directions that I did not intend. Like the Zekfir fight.
Is sending their best to try and make trouble for us.
Anybody in a group?
How many of their best do you think adds up to one of you?
Girl was throwing frontals like her life depended on it. I can't believe we're going to be still in Floodgate. Is Floodgate the only... No, Priory and Floodgate are both repeated. But they're the only two... Out of 8 dungeons, only 2 of them are repeats. From this most recent season, anyway. The arrow can easily move in a weird way. Yeah. I think I just had bad aim. I also didn't really feel that I had the luxury of taking the time to set up my aim. Which can get you into trouble. But we got it done. I'm the real deal. I think I'm still walking around with the real deal title on. I am. Free amount of time walking this week. I don't know. I would be guessing. That's the trouble with talking to people about stuff like that on the internet is A lot of people. Some people know and some people are guessing. And some people are guessing but they say that they know. And then some people knew but then it changed. So I'm not even going to pretend to know. It also depends on what you mean by the freehold mount. Are you talking about shark bait? Or are you talking about the, like the Turbulent Timeways achievement mount? Shark bait. My assumption, and I'm still guessing, is that shark bait should drop. Time walking mounts, time walking dungeons have generally dropped their mounts. Only mythic, not time walking? Okay, then never mind. Don't listen to me! Time walking is scaled to heroic. Do any dungeons drop their mounts in time walking? Maybe I'm just thinking of something else. Okay, so we did our world quest. That's good. We need list. Need to do at least one side gig. Cataclysm does. Ones that, if it drops the mount in heroic, they do. Okay, that makes sense. Hawkstrider would because it's heroic only. Okay, which one of these do we think is easiest? Collect eggs. Shiny treasures. There's like one that's like a boss, right? Infested waters? Yeah. Just kill the shark.
What's the news?
Farming shark bait in non-time walking is a pretty fast run. It's not a likely drop or anything, but like it's a pretty fast run. If you had your heart set on it, I would just work on it that way. Yeah, I did hear if people got the Turbulent Timeways mount already. Oh, kind of crazy. Big bug. 640, not knowing what to do. Gotta get some crests and valor stones for upgrades if you're looking to get your item level up. Maybe some delves. Could do keys. Could do other stuff.
You looking for trouble? Watch your step.
There we go.
Yeah.
I need to clean up my bags so bad. They're such a mess. I can't find anything in these things. Messed up with the Florendo look-alike mount. Oh. What's the trouble? See if we can vendor some stuff here. Disenchant a few things too, I bet. Gosh, it sucks to DE my myth track fully upgraded Bistat socketed belt, but I guess that's where we're at. It's that time of the year. I don't want these. I don't want this either. Can't even destroy those. I have to learn the points. Hand crank casing, hand crank mounting, hand crank fuel tank. Gears. Just tons of extra scorpions here. Got a couple of caches here. Gold. Golden. Gonna force myself to slog through keys. Gave me a dark flame cleft. DFC's a fun dungeon, I think. I've enjoyed it occasionally. I wonder what kind of dungeons I'm gonna get up to on my paladin this week. We made it to 6s last week. Oh, he's gonna have a vault, isn't he? I should open his vault. That'd be fun. Am I capped on Valor Stones? No, I can't be because I just slammed a bunch of upgrades. How many checklists am I even done? 34 of 100. We're 1/3 of the way to part-timer. And then reputation, we got our adventure code Honored. Oh yeah, that's right. There might be something I can buy for Honored. I'm not really gonna mess. Oh, I think I can get a pet actually. Let's go check out the Honored vendor. I might be wrong.
What's the news?
I always get confused about which things are when. Let's go take a look. Venture. Where do they set up? Oh, over by the garbage. Okay. Disenchant your eye, Kazan. Do it. You won't. Am I going inside? I am going inside. This is fun. I love this. Hello.
What you need? Come back for more.
Gold.
Red hot savings.
Yeah, so he'll send me. Okay, so the pet is at Revered? Yeah, the pet's at Revered. It's also not that exciting. It's it is exciting actually. It's very cute. I thought it was gonna be one of those little boxer guys. Okay, so I could get a banner. The saw blade I feel like is more of a fun toy. The rocket's pretty cool too. Yeah, they're so expensive. No wonder I'm saving crystals. It's 11.3k per amount. That's crazy.
Won't find better.
That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna hearth. We can turn in our weekly. I'm gonna probably take a short break and we'll figure out what's next on the to-do list. We've made some good progress today. Overcharged Delves didn't really take very long at all. Pretty straightforward, pretty uncomplicated.
When shadow
I understand your frustration.
Oh yeah, you get some
Gaora.
stuff for doing the Trouble in the Highlands quest too.
Belladar hums with joy, with hope. You've done well, my friend.
Hi Hazel, thanks for streaming. You're welcome. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. What should we do? We have options. We have choices. Oh, I was going to do Anthus's vault. That's right. I got to check my prop paladin vault. I have like a table full of half-finished projects right now, and then a bunch of new stuff just came out. So I'm feeling a little... I guess I'm just looking for the shortest thread to pull on to finish. Figure out what that means. I've got 45 minutes today. Figure out what I want to get into. Maybe I'll start by ruling things out. I am not going to do Horrific Visions today. Because I would want to dedicate more time to that. I can do time walking. I could keep working on triple threat, especially by doing 10s in my priest. That should be even faster now with the belt, especially because I bet people will have it generally. Okay, so he is Lutzbeck Prot. We're hoping for some kind of an upgrade. Is it trinket or a ring? I think that ring might be quite good. He's got a champion ring on right now. Let me see. Prop Paladin. Taking a look, see at best sources of gear. Titan disc. Oh yeah, he's gonna need to get his belt as well. So he'll want critical chain. Depending on whether or not that was done before or after the disc, the hot fixes. Over standard season 2 veteran track ring. Okay, so he doesn't even super need to keep wearing his Cersei circlet. He could replace it with a hero track ring. I'm not seeing this ritual mud. Oh no, there it is. It's C tier. The ritual mud is an unused defensive trinket. I think he's going to take the ring. That's what we're going to do. I'm not even going to worry too much about the secondaries. I have been informed the class project that was due July 2nd is actually due tomorrow. Oh, fun. Well, you've got it. You've got your day cut out for you. Holy smokes, that sucks. That's no good. Yeah, I think this ring gets replaced first, but if we get another one, we'll replace the other one.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least
my day is planned. Anyone know when the Legion meta's going live? Oh, I actually don't. Also, I can't afford an enchant right now.
If you find
Hang on, don't mind me raiding the warbank. Because he's going to need to get a gem for his belt as well.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders. Return and peruse my inventory.
Thinking I can get rid of all the veteran gear placed on my alts. So he wants Radiant Haste.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Should get his belt.
At least 2 centuries old. If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
And then gem-wise, he's been wearing Masterful Emeralds. And he does have a Blast Smite already, so he can just get another one. Get that just for his belt when we get it. Have any other mages found that Shimmer double casting this week? Oh! That would be disorienting. Sometimes I just want to blink once. Blink twice if you're not okay. We're gonna see if we can do free upgrades to that. Can't be upgrading any of this, but we can get his belt. Curious to see what that looks like. If it's basically do the exact same thing again on the alt to get the belt in your alt, or if there's any kind of a. You wouldn't even super need a skip. It wouldn't take very long.
Speak your piece.
Okay, so he skips right to this one. He only has to do 1 Overcharged Delve and not 2. That's good. There is a little bit of a catch-up. And then he's going to have basically all of the... I'm sure he'll benefit from the same research that my priest did, so he'll probably have the Titan Bolt in the Delve. Radiance and Undermine vendors have champion gear too. Can't wait. Not too bad. Yeah. We'll make sure we turn this to a Delve level 1. I'm probably just gonna stay prot, not change anything. Click the points on the tree for alts. Okay. Good to know. I will take a look at it. Oh yeah, you get the points, but you have to spend them, which is kind of funny because like, what are you gonna do? There's not really choices there. Brand, if you could just do some damage, that would be great. Does he have leftover keys? He does. Sure does. I'm a tank. I'm gonna pull everything. Why not? Time to go all out. I think this is gonna be faster than what my priest did. By like a lot. Just because he can pull things so much faster. New time walking, 1 button mode, time to level all the alts. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. That's actually a pretty good application for it. I think it'll be fun to see which of my alts I can out DPS the 1 button on. I guess the big question would be if my mage can do it, because that's the character I feel like I'm worst on. I feel like I was looting some Titan Disc shards in these curiosities before. Yeah, you do. Okay, so even if you finish leveling your brand, I don't know if it's like super worth it. It's like 3 Titan Disc shards. They're not that hard to get, but you can pick up extras.
Here's your
20% less. The thing though is 20% less than what? Like that bar is going to be different for everybody, especially when you get off of a target dummy and you get into like an actual dungeon situation. Depending on how they were doing previously, it may actually be about the same. Could be better. It's going to be completely individual. Have you done the patch? Shocked when the Red Dawn Lady kills me. Oh, I have not done the story quests yet. One button's awesome. I think I'm gonna try out some stuff on my alts. Rotation assist at least. There also may be a use case for having a keybind for the one button on top of your regular buttons, just so that if you're ever like not sure of what to do or you're moving, and you're just kind of like, or you're just having like a brain fart and you're like, I don't, you know, like just something to kind of mash while you get your bearings. Because I've had that happen before, like my brain gets jammed, especially when I'm learning a new thing and I'm just kind of panicking. I feel like you could have that just to mash in the meantime until you kind of come up with a plan. Did you have any tank anxiety? Oh, for sure. Especially because I'm pugging, so I'm jumping in with a bunch of strangers and I don't know the routes and I don't know the pulls. I'm getting over it very slowly by just doing it. Just exposure. Just have at it and hope for the best. And every time that I do it and I don't physically die in real life, I feel a tiny bit better about it. And the good news is no matter what happens, I am unlikely to physically die in real life because I tank dungeons. So it's going well. I have 1,000% survival rate IRL. Tanking keys for the first time and having that exact experience. Yeah, I'm basically, I've decided what level my best is. And I've accepted that it's not going to be perfect. And whenever I do make a mistake or do something wrong, I say to the group, sorry, that's my bad. I'm going to try and fix that. Gonna try and figure out what happened. And, you know, they can like it or they can not like it. It's a key, so they can't really kick me. But whether or not that is good enough for other people is not really up to me. And so all I can do is just do my best and be polite. And I'm trusting that that's good enough for this game. And then everything else outside of that and other people's reactions to it, I'm just trying to let go of. Not really about me. If somebody was going to flip out at me for not pulling a pack they wanted to pull, that's really more of a them problem. Not impressed with the one button thing with the 20% reduction in DPS. Well, what would you have them do, though? If it did competitive DPS, then it would be an absolute waste of time for anybody to actually, like, do the rotation properly. It's not meant to replace your rotation for most people, I don't think. Luckily, boyfriend's a tank main. Hear about the pulls and routes all the time, so I just copy him. I think when I go in to tank 10s, if I can do it with my friends, I'll be in Discord and I'll just kind of ask them which packs to pull as I go. But I've definitely been kind of making it up for the moment. Learning routes from when I was doing keys as DPS. You're smarter than me. I must have remembered some things. I didn't remember very much. I have a vague idea of like which direction we go, but which packs is kind of a mystery to me, even though I've done them 1,000 times. But yeah, it's been going fine. Well enough. When we have been not timing keys, it hasn't been just because of me. It has sometimes also been because of me, but there's usually some other disaster that happened. So he can turn these in, and he can also send those Titan Disc fragments to my priest. With the Pug Tank, you get to experience a lot of different kinds of routes, too. How do you choose a guild? It's kind of up to you. I've been in my guild for many, many, many years.
Give me something to figure out. Make sure to take notes.
There we go. We got our belt. It's got its bolts in it. We're going to slap in that gem that I bought for it. That'll help him out. Pardon me. Gosh. Okay. What do you want, Bram?
You'll find me.
Nothing. Nothing important. Oh, I'm confusing Titan Disc fragments with Titan Disc shards. Silly me! Could those be any more similar? My goodness. Okay, we're sending Inksy the shards. If I want fragments, you know what I think I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to, for the sake of the weekly... Well, do I care about that weekly, then? No, I'm getting off track. I do care because I want to do it for gold, but, like, let's not get carried away. We have half an hour today. And if I'm not careful, I'm just going to noodle around and do random stuff. So, I want to... I know what I want to do. Add-on for gems and enchants for gear? I check the Wowhead article. I check the Wowhead guide for my spec, and then I go to the consumable section, and they have a whole list of what enchants and gems to use.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Yeah, I love Discus. Big Discus fans. Okay. I know what I want to do. I want to look for a key. Enterprising damage dealer. I need a Priory, Floodgate, Theater of Pain, or Motherlode. I need to DPS him on a 10. One of those. I am 676 with my Titan belt on. I'm feeling pretty big. I'm feeling pretty good. There's a theater. A theater. There is a floodgate. Oof. There's a theater. There's a priory. Alright, we got in the priory. I will head out there. I feel like I don't want to use my portal. Maybe that's a bad premonition. But I just have this feeling that I don't want to put... If we get a tank... Oh, alright, we have a tank. Alright, we're going. I will use my portal. I had this feeling like I didn't want to put it on cooldown.
There is still plenty of construction work and rubble clearing needed.
These should not be the hard ones. What I should do is I should pay attention to what the tank pulls, because I'm DPSing this one. But I should try to pay attention. Oh, for the affix. Let me see if I can take mass. I'm just gonna drop this. It'll be fine. I can get these 4 keys done this week. That'll be nice to kind of check off the list. I wonder if I'm going to be brave enough to try to tank 10s, because this character has so much more item level. I feel like I want to be at least, I don't know, 660? I don't know what's appropriate for tanking 10s, or for being in 10s, really. Because I don't remember when we started doing them on my priest. Like, it's just been a while. $660 fine, $660 minimum. Okay. People are over-geared. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to over-gear it, but because that's kind of his only goal and I'm not raiding or anything. Nice, okay. Although he is a tank, so people might take him just for the warm body. Isn't there like a dungeon quest? Share it just in case anyone didn't pick it up yet. I'm going to use a flask. I'm going to eat a food. I have a mana oil here somewhere. My last one. I'm always out of those. It just wouldn't hurt for me to overgear my own lack of experience. But that's a later me problem. This one I'm just DPSing. Have you finished the raid rep? I don't think I did. No, I'm 11 of... No, I'm not even close. We got to 11 of 20. Is what it is. Well, didn't raid that much, I guess. Some kind of event going on. There's a time walking event. There's the Dastardly Duos event. What else is going on? Delve bonus event. $17 is as far as you can be this week. Oh, I have no idea. So much to do. I'm going to try to make an effort to keep my cooldowns aligned. So that I'm PIing kind of on CD. Do a 6. My Guardian at 645. Try to do an 8. Seemed fine as bear. Yeah, I've been doing 6s. I think what I'll do on Anthus is I'll step it up to 8s. See how those feel. And if they're fine, I'm just going to stick them at a 10 and hope for the best. There's a pretty big difference that when you get both, you still keep the affix, but you get both Tyrannical and Fortified. Have fun as Shadow Priest, kind of want one as Null. I think it's 10 out of 10 fun. I think if you're feeling the itch to have it as Null, you should go for it for sure. But I've been a Shadow Priest main sometimes, off and on. I've been playing more Holy recently, but Shadow's kind of like my main DPS love. Bit biased. Hello? Oh, he's got War Mode on. Need a summon? Okay. Alrighty. I hope we time this. This is the one key I'm going to do today. I'm going to really try my best. I don't know, man. Alright, I got our 3 buffs up. We have Lust. We don't have battle reses. I have a couple of engineering ones, but they're worth like gold. Let's not get crazy. Horse. Don't mind this.
The expedition built the Priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of Belladar.
Let him pick up what he's gonna. So he's doing the first pack. And then that pack.
The god sought to kill you. Captain Dale Cry is protecting something.
There's going to be a stop casting.
His tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
Watch your step. Watch your casting. Step. Crowd control. Watch your step.
It's just an ugly pull. You can do it like with lust.
Crowd control. Crowd control. Watch your step.
As a Shadow Priest, there's not much I can do aside from damage, I don't think. I can fear them, but that runs the danger of them getting away because I don't have the static fear talent.
Crowd casting. Watch your step.
Overcome this trial.
Watch your step.
Pull back, maybe.
Crowd control. Watch your step.
I'm doing damage, that's good.
Crowd control. Stop casting. Crowd control. Crowd control.
I don't even know what the affix buff does.
Watch your step. Watch
Crowd
your control. Step. Stop casting. Crowd control.
Oh. I see. Oh. I almost lived.
Stop casting.
Okay. It's a hard pull. People getting kind of toasted by the shout a little bit. Oh, you can't do that in combat.
Watch your step. Crowd control.
Right, so those are the defense that I wanted to kind of blinding light when I was tanking.
Watch your step.
It's kind of taking them over to the stairs because I think he does a knockback, so I think that's why he's in the stairs, is because he's gonna kick his tank back a bunch. Battle between my FPS and Dementoto will be legendary. He's too big. Dementoto. I feel like his name is going to get really, What do you mean I'm too far away? I'm not too far away.
Your training grounds fall to the intruders.
Okay, see if they can...
Watch your step.
Oh gosh.
Spread. Watch your step. Watch your step.
This is kind of a brutal pack as well, with all the bleeds.
Spread.
Overcome this trial. Win my favor.
Watch your step. Spread. Watch your step.
I think the next one I'll MD. I was trying to watch for the poison cleanse
Watch
totem,
your
but
step.
I can't see anything in this.
Watch your step.
The name
Spread.
Sergeant Chainmail kind of makes me twitch. It's like chainmail, but it's chainmail.
Watch your step.
And they're probably wearing chainmail. It's like, wow.
Spread. Watch your step. Spread.
I have to disagree with them being called caltrops. Those are full-on bear traps. Yeah,
Watch
just a
your
little
step.
bit.
Overcome this trial. Win my favor.
Spread.
Where is the demon hunter? Oh, they're back there. They must have died or something.
Spread.
I don't know if this one's gonna get timed. We'll have to see. It's a hard key to heal.
Spread.
And we had like a really big pull on the rip. I think it's going a bit better now. Alright, so he wants this pack.
Watch your step.
Oh gosh, the healer asked for mana. And the tank was like, okay, but we were like already fighting the pack. Oh boy, here we go.
Watch your step.
Resist. Yes. Resist.
Watch your step.
And yet
Crowd
the
control.
void still grows.
Yeah, you can drink when the dungeon's over.
Crowd control.
Oh man.
Watch
Start
your
casting.
casting. Watch your step. Crowd control.
Just went to loot the boss and I'm like, I'm in a key? Yeah, I've done that before. Especially if I've been fighting a boss for a really long time, we'll finish it and I'll be like, where's my loot? Hello?
Stop casting. Crowd control.
Resist.
Yeah, most people in these 10s seem to be 660, so I'll keep that in mind for when I'm
And yet
thinking about it.
the void still grows.
Watch your step. Target you. Watch your step.
Oh no. Well, that's
Target
not
you.
what you want. Oh, it's the fireballs. Well, I used my one kick. Then I'm out. Well, I'm coming. Ahoy! Hello! How you doing? Goals all 10s, shoot for 660. Yeah, I think that's what I'll try to get on my paladin before I get into 10s. He could be doing 8s now. This key is kind of a project.
Watch your step.
How are you doing today, Buggy? How's your week going? Teddles is on a mission to have Blizz gut the one button macro. Oh yeah? Not too shabby. can you hear it? I'm doing pretty good. I haven't done the Lore Walker quest yet. I heard that they were confusing. That was the feedback that I had from people that did it earlier today, was that they were confusing. Holy smokes, 25 gift subs. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Huge gift subs. Congrats to those who got them. My paladin is like 656, 657 or so now with the belt. He's coming along. He's pretty close.
And yet, the void still...
He could get a bunch of item level with some upgrades if he got a bunch of crests. But he would need to get a bunch of crests first. Use my cooldowns together here. Make sure I stand in this thing. Oh no, the reflective shield. Can I just like... Oh! Okay, so I saw the reflective shield, and I know it's reflective, but I thought, you know what does really good damage to shields? Shadow or Death. I could just get rid of it. Cut my health in half. With the proc, that's funny. It's good to know because it was good to do. I think it was the right call. It almost toasted the shield. But maybe have a defensive up. Maybe don't do it if you're half health, because I will hurt myself real bad doing that. Did 2 or 3 of the lore walks. Pretty fun for me. Nice.
You won't peel off anymore. You must defeat Dale Pride now.
The intruders defile the altar of the sacred flame.
Tainer. Tainer just feels like a millennial name to me. Like a young millennial. Someone who's like 25 right now. Actually, is it somebody who's 25 Gen Z or millennial? I feel like they might be Gen Z now. I don't know when the young millennials are. I'm a fairly young millennial at 32. There's a few that are younger than me, but it's not that many. Anyway.
Watch your step.
Eliminate these vermin.
Watch your step.
Yeah, so they're like 29 then. The youngest millennials. Oh man. I was kind of hoping that some of us would be in our 20s forever, but I guess that's not how math works. What generation is Anne doing?
Watch your step. Watch your step.
28. I use Zillennial. I like that. That's fun.
And yet,
You won't peel off anymore. You must.
I see their game. They seek to ambush me without.
You can always be 20 plus 10 forever. You just have to keep changing the math. As of May, now closer to 40 than 30. Oh, happy early birthday. Or late birthday.
Ours is the true path for the Arathi.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for my thingy.
Watch your step.
Alright, we'll do it now.
Feel Ember's wrath.
Interrupt.
Not like the ideal order for my cooldowns to be in, but it was fine. I had a hard time tanking this guy. I found that he really hurt hard as a prop paladin.
Watch your step.
Oh, lost.
Interrupt.
I feel like I don't fit in with Gen Z, but I'm young for millennial. Then I found that term on Reddit or something.
resist. And yet, the void still grows.
I wonder if talking about generations culturally to the extent that we do today is a more recent phenomenon in history.
Watch your step.
Because of how different the worlds that we're growing up in are depending on like the 10 to 20 year strip in which we were born. I feel like in the 1600s, things weren't changing that fast, so it kind of wouldn't matter. Like there'd be like youngins and oldins and stuff, but like, and I'm sure everybody always thinks the kids are terrible because everybody always does. But I feel like it mustn't have been as big of a deal as people make it now. Although, is it a big deal, or have I just like seen too many Yahoo News headlines? You know what I mean?
Watch your step. AOE incoming.
I feel like it's more of a factor or more of a social issue or a social thing now because of specifically the internet revolution and the technological revolution. But like how crazy different things are now than they were 40 years ago.
Delcry was an Arathi hero. How could the Priory force him to turn against Hallowfall?
Dispel boss.
What do I have here? Curious as to how much my 6 mil is being done by. Oh, can we make 7? Probably not. I was curious about how much of it was from my charged bolts. I don't feel like I used to do this much damage, but maybe I was doing this much damage, but you would have Flabby in the same pack doing 15 mil and your 6 wouldn't look so cool. On one hand, I don't think that we're going to time this key, but on the other hand, I don't want to put that juju into the world, you know? Oh, he's going for it. Oh, wow, okay.
Resist. Yeah.
That's brave.
Dispel boss.
And yet, the void still
Dispel boss.
Gosh, there's just not going to be enough kicks. There's healers. I don't know about all that. Okay. People must do it that way, but I don't even think my main group does it like that.
Watch your step. Dispel boss.
I'm trying to get in range so I can at least fear things for like a big heal cast that I can't kick. There's Sacred Toll coming out. There's going to be a lot of that. I didn't even have my coolies up. That's just a lot of trash. Maybe we're trying to make up time.
Dispel boss. Watch your step.
I should have had more faith. It was great. Pulled off just fine. I call that, let's make up time tanking. It worked out. I was just skeptical, that's all. I like how the healer's name is Power Thirst. Then 0 keys. Need to get into a guild I vibe with. Okay. Yeah, definitely fun with friends. It's doable with randos. This is a random group, but... There's a meme I haven't heard in quite some time. Kessikins, thank you for the 27-month resub. How are you liking Overcharged Delves? Any fun? They're fine. They're mainly a means to get this belt that is quite strong for other content. There seems to be really no reason to do Overcharged Delves at anything approaching a challenging difficulty. It's much faster to do them on ones, and there's no incentive to do them any harder unless you wanted to do harder delves for a different reason. So they're fine. They're not really... I wouldn't say it. They're hype. They're unproblematic.
Emperor's will.
Watch your step.
My holy hammer.
Oh, I'm not gonna have freedom for the castigator thing.
Cleanse you.
I'm helping.
Shielded by
So there's the shields.
light.
Run. Maybe use a health pot.
Of course you fool.
Maybe. Because there's another charge on that thing. Oh, I have 2 stacks. I can't do anymore. I definitely cannot do anymore.
Watch your step.
I wonder how long is left on it. I don't think anyone. Oh well, they're all dead anyway. Okie dokie. I wonder how this is gonna go.
Of course you fool.
This one takes. This is a hard fight. It takes some doing. Surprised it did 4% DPS. Yeah. Lightning rod. It was less on that one. I'm wearing it for sure. It was strong though. I do have my cauterizing bolts on, right? Yeah. I just joined a random pug. I don't make a lot of groups. I sometimes list a group and then people join, but I don't run events like that as a general thing. Excuse me. I did too. I should not. Anyway, let's try it again. We got this.
By the Emperor's will.
Watch your step.
Holy hammer.
I got 2, but I should only do 1. I didn't see how long the pyre stacks last. That is bad luck with all of those. I'm gonna wait until after the castigators.
Interrupt.
I can go get 1.
The flame empowers me.
Watch your step.
Guide my hammer. Flame cleanse you.
So maybe we'll drop it back here. Wait for the castigators. There's the shield. Get out of that.
Interrupt.
I don't have a kick. I'm gonna give it a second. Nope. Give it a second for the healer to catch us up.
Of course you fool.
I wonder if this will work out. None of the tanks know how to pull the BFA time walking. I mean, are we expecting... I feel like I expect a time walking tank to have their W key and their taunt key, and that's about it. Are you happy with the belt performance? Yeah, it seems like, if anything, a little overly strong. It did 8% of my damage in that last pull, because I guess I wasn't doing as much on my own. But... it seems huge.
Overcome this trial.
Another victory. Flame cleanse you.
I wonder what's going on with the graphics there. So there's the pyre. We're gonna get Castigator Shield. We're gonna drop it over here. And then I'm gonna run, and I can go help.
Interrupt.
I am healed.
Because you have some time. You don't have to, you want to space them out so that the healer can pick people up, but you don't want to do it in a hurry.
Watch your step.
I wanna get it, but I wanna like, there it is.
Shielded by flame's light.
Health pod.
Interrupt.
Flame's wrath, heal me.
Watch your step.
Guide my hammer.
Trying to help out a little bit.
Shielded by flame's light.
Interrupt.
Flame's wrath, heal me. The flame empowers me.
Watch your step.
Guide my hammer. Flame cleanse you.
There we go, I did one. Someone will have to do two. Gonna disperse out of that.
Interrupt.
I don't have an interrupt. I don't know about this, guys. We're gonna reach a point where we have a really hard time soaking the rest of them.
Watch your
No.
step.
Oh, we didn't. Oh. Or that. Yeah. Boss sounds like Baron under something from Adventure Bros.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles.
I wonder if they're calling it. Apparently one of our members is having some PC problems. I wonder if we're gonna try it again. Looks like it. I don't know if we're gonna keep the nope, tank's gone. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Happens. It happens. I feel like that was a situation in which if they did have the vote thing, people would have just voted to can it. I probably would have agreed as well if everybody else was also in favor. I don't want to be the first person to leave, but if everybody's leaving, I'm not always mad about it. Oh well, we tried. That brings me to the end of my stream slot for the day. I'll be back. I'm expecting to be back tomorrow, as far as I know. Same time. Maybe we'll get into some time walking. Maybe we'll get into some lore walking. A couple different things going on. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.